I wanted to share another deleted scene from our docuseries. I've said this before, but it's important to reiterate. Over 200,000 nursing home residents died during the pandemic before their time, and most of them did not die from COVID, and most of them died alone. This could have been avoided if facilities weren't massively understaffed. Because if any of the staff tested positive and needed to be quarantined, the already understaffed facilities were now even more understaffed. And so people were kept isolated in their rooms because there wasn't enough people to care for them. While the staff that was working was allowed to come and go freely into the facilities, the family members, whether they tested negative, were vaccinated, had no symptoms, were wearing the same PPE as staff members, the family members were restricted from going in to see their loved ones. So this interview with Mary Daniel, her story really is emblematic of the lack of attention, respect, and care that our most vulnerable were receiving during that time.
So Mary Daniel and her husband, Steve, they have been married for 24 years. Steve, though, has been living in a nursing home because he's been battling early onset Alzheimer's.
I promised him that I would be with him every single day. And so I have to be in there and I have to see him. And they said, let's be patient, let's see what happens. And that's when I asked for the job. So I started making some noise, and it eventually got the attention of the corporate office again. I was on the news quite a bit, and the facility called me out of the blue and said, we have a job if you want it. And I said, what is it? And they said, it's a dishwasher. So dishwashing it was.
What Mary did was incredible, but in hindsight, she shouldn't have had to go to such drastic lengths to see her husband.
We learned that if you were wearing an N95 mask and goggles, you were protected. It was possible to let families visit. You just had to train families how to use PPE, but no one wanted to put the time or money into that.